Hi everybody! Welcome to my first Study With Me video. This video is Japanese, and if you'd like to see more Study With Me videos, please give this a thumbs up, and if there's a specific language you want to see, please let me know as well. And what I'm going to be doing today is just studying a page from a new Japanese phrases textbook that I got in Japan recently. So I'll just be writing down the example sentences and practicing the kanji that I learned from this page. And as the book does, I'm also writing the phrase that I'm being taught in red so I can remember it more. I guess it's quite a labor-intensive process to be copying down an entire page, but I'm very tactile and visual, so I remember things better when I write it down because I'm like feeling the word with my hand. And of course I like writing a lot and I like looking back at notes, so this is the method that works for me, though I know people who say that taking notes from textbooks are ineffective, but I enjoy this and it's also my way of relaxing. And of course it's time for snacks. This is just a gummy I got at the Chinese food store. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I finished studying a page. I've learned the wrong stroke order, so it's best to just practice it over and over. You can see while the kanji animation is playing, I tend to write it with my hand in the air while watching it, and then I try it on paper over and over until I can get it right without having to look back, and until I get all the strokes in the correct order as well. There's no cheating. And if it's quite tricky or if I want to remember it more, then I'll write down the sentence where it came from again as an example. And Jisho also gives some example sentences, so sometimes I'll write those down, but I didn't do that today. Sometimes I struggle to see, so I keep having to go back to see if I've written the kanji correctly. And you can see my glasses are sliding off a little. I really need new glasses. I'm actually getting new glasses in January, which is super exciting, so they can't come soon enough. And here's just a closer view of the tedious kanji process. The things I'm doing in red are marking where I've made mistakes and circling areas if I've made a stroke in the wrong direction. I just want to make sure I don't make that mistake again, so I'll repeat it until I get it perfectly correct. If it's an especially tricky kanji, I'll write the sentence that it appeared in, and if necessary, an English translation. But I try not to use English as far as possible in my notes, just for aesthetic purposes. And more snacks. We finished them. Back to studying. Do you guys like learning kanji as well? I actually find it quite therapeutic to repeat the same character over and over. It's quite a good way to train your brain and your hand, and it's quite relaxing actually, but you should remember to focus because you can end up just writing it by muscle memory and then not remembering how to pronounce it. So a good idea is to say the pronunciation of the kanji in your head while you're writing it. And here's another character. Lots of kanji that I can recognize, but not necessarily write in the correct stroke order, so it's really important to take the time and do that. So you can kind of easily fall into the trap where you can read a kanji and recognize it, but if you're asked to write it, it's quite tricky. So sometimes it does get tedious and boring, but I think it's a really important part. Are you guys getting bored? I've never made a study with me video, so I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly, but I'd appreciate any tips and comments. And if you make study with me videos, I'd love to watch yours as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great time studying as well, and let me know if you enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next video. Bye!